Hello everybody and welcome back to Megadepth. I recently published an article on Metallica's And Justice for All at Megadepth.com, and in that article I talked about how I thought this particular album was underrated and how it's my favorite Metallica album. If you haven't done so, you can go to Megadepth.com and check out the full article and let me know if you agree or disagree. But for this video I thought I would do something a little different. Last year Metallica released a box set to celebrate the 30th anniversary of And Justice for All, and naturally I jumped on that. Honestly, I didn't even look at the contents of the box set. All I needed were the words And Justice for All box set and pre-order, and I jumped on that. I got it a while ago, but I haven't had a chance to go through the contents yet. The only thing that I did open was the outer cover, and the version of the box that I got was the one with the t-shirt. So I did open the t-shirt, and here it is. I'll try to show you here. It's pretty awesome, but I haven't opened anything else yet. So in this video, we're gonna go through the contents of Metallica's And Justice for All box set together. So here's the box set itself. So let's see what's inside it. We've got, I think these are patches. They look like patches. So we've got some patches here. There's a World Tour All Area Access card, and I'm guessing that was the set list from back in the day. At least looks like it. So here's the big ticket item, And Justice for All in vinyl format. I wonder if there's anything else in there. Here you get all the lyrics and songwriting credits, which I think if you're a Metallica fan, you're already familiar with all of that. But this is really awesome packaging, and I've always loved the artwork for this album. I think a lot of us do, so it's really neat to have it, as big as this, because previously I only owned the CD version of this, so it's nice to have it in vinyl format. In here, I guess this one is, I don't know if this is like a single, looks like it. I think this is the one single, side one. There's the song 1, and then side 2, Seek and Destroy Live. So I'm assuming this was the single that they released in this format. So here's that. Then yes, so these are going to be some of my favorites, because one of my favorite things about this era is the live performances, because I think Metallica was just on fire around that time. I mean, they've always been a pretty good band live throughout all eras, but I think there's something about the Justice for All era live shows. So here's the Seattle '89 show with the track list, so you get a lot of live tracks. And if you go to the streaming platforms or buy the remastered version of And Justice for All, you can actually check out a lot of those live tracks too. I've already listened to a lot of that, and they sound great. Here's some artwork for The Shortest Straw, which is pretty badass. And then I don't know what this is. Oh, these are that's pretty neat. Actually, I didn't realize. Like I said, I didn't really look at the contents of the box set in a lot of detail. I'm going through it with you right now, but it looks like they included some of the handwritten notes, and they even printed them on notepad. So here you can see Eye of the Beholder one. It's all like the handwritten copies. It's such a cool idea. I've never really seen anything like it in box sets, that they would include something like that. First of all, good for them for keeping all of this, but you've got handwritten notes for every single track on And Justice for All, and as you can see, I assume one of the guys did a little drawing on the side as they were writing lyrics, which I guess reflected their mood at the time probably too. But This is a really, really neat idea. I really like it. I've always been a fan of getting as many insights into a song or an album as I possibly can, which is the reason why I do these videos and write the articles on megadepth.com. So here's the crown jewel of the box set as far as I'm concerned, because this includes a lot of photos from that era, as well as a lot of anecdotes and a lot of stories. I haven't gone through the notes in this yet, because like I said, I just opened the box right now, but you can bet the bank that I'm going to do that as soon as I possibly can, because this is what I love about box sets or about books on albums or bands, because you get a lot of insights, and since this is an official Metallica release, we're not going to have to question its authenticity, so we're going to know that whatever's in here is going to be the real deal. But I'm looking forward to checking this out, man. I mean, look at that. A lot of photos from that era, a lot of notes, and this is my favorite Metallica album, so I'm going to soak it all up. So they included some rough mixes from the vault. Actually, if you go to YouTube and watch the interview Kirk Larson James did with a music journalist from Rolling Stone, his name escapes me right now, but they talk about some of these rough mixes on that video, which I thought was very interesting. Apparently, a lot of the riffs were written before the songs were finished, so the guys were happy with the riffs, they just didn't know what song they should go in. So I'm looking forward to checking out some of the rough mixes and see what the differences were, because apparently they tried certain riffs in different songs. More live records. I think these are in CD format. If they're this small, then they ought to be. But yep, so here's, just to show you, here's one of the CDs. So there's a ton of live recordings here. Some of them I believe in actually DVD format, and some of them are just audio CDs. So I would assume they would note all of that, but let's check it out. Here's another one. I don't know if this is the DVD. I can't really tell on this. It says "And Camcorders for All" one, and this one says "Live at the Stone Balloon, Justice on Wheels." I'll have to go through these in detail to check them all out, but here's the album itself in CD format. We already saw the vinyl, but here's the album. There's some interviews, which you can bet I will listen to, and then here's the riffs, jams, and demos. Actually, when I was going through the rough mixes, I think I was accidentally talking about this. I think it's in the demos that they were trying different riffs in different songs that ended up in some other song at some point. But I don't know, maybe in the rough mixes it's a little bit different too. I haven't really checked it out yet. And finally, there's more live music here from, looks like 1988, as well as some B-sides. And here's an example of the track list. So as you can see, there's tons in here. There's some vinyls. You get the album itself in vinyl format. There's a lot of live music, a lot of rough mixes and demo tapes and interviews with the band, and you get a huge book that gives you a lot of photos from that era of the band, as well as a lot of stories and anecdotes. So if you're a fan of Metallica, but especially if you're a fan of And Justice for All, I would highly recommend it. These are the contents of the box set, and now it's time for me to go through all of these things and learn more about my favorite album from this amazing band. So there you have it. Those were the contents of the And Justice for All box set. Some of those I knew they were in there, others I didn't, because like I said, I was going through all of that with you. Like the handwritten lyrics were definitely a nice surprise. I didn't realize they were going to be in there. Now it's time to go through all of that, like, you know, all the CDs, all the live CDs, as well as the rough mixes and demos. And I can't wait to read that book where there's a lot of photos and a lot of stories, because I love that kind of stuff. And this is my favorite album, so I'm going to spend a lot of time with that book in there. Thank you again for watching this video and for checking out Megadepth. For written articles, don't forget to go to megadepth.com. You can also follow Megadepth on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Thanks again, and I'll see you soon.